Good morning, everybody. This is Attorney Andre Lama at Michles and Booth in Tampa, addressing a few questions many clients ask. How long will my case take to settle, and what is my case worth? Well, as you can imagine, there are many factors that go into determining how long it'll take for a personal injury case to settle. Many of the factors that determine how long the case will take to settle also determine how much a case is worth. One of the major factors in a car accident is what are the injuries? We usually say the average case in a car accident takes 3 to 5 months. Could be longer, it could be shorter. It really depends on how you, the patient, progress. The next major factor to look at is what is the insurance coverage after you look at your injuries and you're getting your treatment. Florida is a no-fault state. So what that means is there's no requirement for anybody to carry bodily injury insurance. Bodily injury insurance is the insurance we need to make a claim on your car accident case, your car crash case. So ultimately, if you get into a big car crash, you have many broken bones, and there's only a $10,000 policy to collect from the at-fault party, well, it doesn't mean that your case is only worth $10,000, but that's the amount of money that's available from the bodily injury carrier. We then want to look towards what your insurance is as well. If the at-fault party does not have enough insurance to compensate you for your injuries, then we look towards your insurance to see if you have uninsured motorist or underinsured motorist coverage. That is extra insurance you would buy to protect yourself if you're hit and injured by somebody who doesn't have enough insurance or doesn't have any bodily injury at all. And again, you can be completely legally driving in Florida with no bodily injury insurance because we're a no-fault state. The other factors to consider in car accident cases is a lawsuit. Now, generally speaking, like I said, the average case is 3 to 5 months. At the end of your treatment, once you're released from care, we'll send off a demand in your case. And if the insurance company at the end of the case is not offering you enough money to pay for past medicals, cover future care and treatment, and put a little bit of money in your pocket, that's when we talk to you about filing a lawsuit. Now, that decision remains your decision. We offer you advice and guidance on that decision. It's important because that will extend the life of the case. Litigation, filing a lawsuit, is a whole nother beast in and of itself with a lot of requirements that extend the life of the case. So if your case is in litigation, it's definitely going to extend the life of the case, but ultimately it could end up in a better result for you in increasing your value on your case. Slip and fall accidents, many factors go into determining that. Major factor is the liability aspect. How long my case will take to settle and what is my case worth? Well, let's say you slip and fall at a Walmart. Well, Walmart has to be on notice of the dangerous condition that you slipped and fell on. The larger the business, the larger the length of notice they have to be on. And a great example I like to give is this. If a 7-year-old kid is walking down an aisle in Walmart and they're drinking a can of Coca-Cola and they spill that Coke and continue on their merry way looking for their mother, and you, the client or potential client, go down that aisle 1 minute after that kid spilled that Coke and you slipped and fell on that dangerous condition. Now, is that 1 minute long enough time, long enough notice for Walmart to be on notice? That is not. It's not. It's not the case. Not enough notice. So it really depends on the size of the business, how long it's been there, and wasn't enough time for their employees to rectify it. Slip and fall accidents, a lot of big injuries happen. It ultimately depends on, what are your injuries, what is the liability aspect, what are your injuries, and what is the treatment that you had to recover. Defective product cases generally take much longer than all other personal injury type of cases simply because of the fact that most defective product cases are already in litigation. And again, once we're in litigation, once we're filing a lawsuit, then the life of the case is extended. What factors play a role in determining the possible settlement amount? Again, there's a lot of factors ultimately determining what are your injuries and what is the treatment that you've had for those injuries. Who pays for my medical bills? Now, if it's a car accident, Florida being a no-fault state, the first $10,000 of insurance coverage pays for your medical bills, 80% of those medical bills up to $10,000. If there's a bodily injury policy, then the excess medical bills will be paid out of that. Sometimes there's a medical payments policy, which will also come into play in premises liability, slip and fall type cases. Also, you might have a MedPay policy as well. But all these factors, we'll determine all these for you. We'll find out what kind of coverages are out there, and we'll guide you through your case. What should I do if my attorney won't call me back? Well, you should call them and try to reach them. Many attorneys are very busy, but ultimately, if you're getting the runaround at a firm and you're not getting return phone calls, I would highly consider changing law firms. We pride ourselves in returning calls. We are very busy. We have lots of cases. And we have lots of staff to help us out. But we do return our calls. The biggest complaint we hear from clients is that my attorney won't return my calls. If your attorney's not returning your calls, you have every right to fire that attorney and pick another one if you want. Michles and Booth Accident Injury Attorneys, we provide very aggressive and compassionate representation to exclusive clientele, victims of negligence of others, workers injured on the job, and individuals who are denied Social Security benefits. If you or a loved one has been injured due to no fault of your own, give us a call today, 1-800-438-3606. Thanks for tuning in.